Welcome back, guys. I hope you had a great holiday. And today we're talking about CD Projekt Red response to the gaming community on why Cyberpunk 2077 launched such in a broken state on December 10th, 2020. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So the heads of CD Projekt Red came out with a video apologizing to the gaming community about the launch of Cyberpunk 2077, which, as I said before in the beginning of this video, released on December 10th, 2077. Now, in this video, they apologize on how big the scope of what they were trying to do and how they underestimated how difficult it would be because they was programming and making it perfectly look on PC and then kind of optimize it for the consoles. And not really realizing how difficult that would be. And on top of that, they talked about how they was testing for bugs, but didn't see the huge bugs that we see in the game until after it was launched. Now, for that part, I don't get. I don't understand how you play the game for several hours and not see these crashes, not see these bugs, because these bugs are very prevalent. And every time you play the game, even in the beginning hours of the game, there are crashes. So I don't understand how they not pick up on that, unless they played it for, unless they was testing it on the PC and then really tested for the consoles. On top of that, they said that there's going to be two large updates happening in the next few weeks. 1.1 patch and 1.2 patch. And on top of that, we'll be getting free DLC. And towards the end of this year of 2021, we'll be getting a free update for PlayStation 5 owners and Xbox Series S and X owners for a next-gen Cyberpunk 2077. Now, don't get me wrong. The bugs were irritating for me playing it on the PlayStation 5 backward compatible. And it crashed a lot. But I don't think we should really go after their throats. Yes, they made a decision on doing something they thought was going to be epic because they wanted to make it perfect for the PC and they thought it would be easy to optimize it for the consoles. That was a huge mistake. I really appreciate that they come out apologizing for what they did because it was a rough launch for Cyberpunk 2077. And it is a great game in general. I mean, the narrative is awesome, the gameplay is awesome, the character developments and the stories around the characters are awesome. You can tell that CD Projekt took a lot of time in creating this game for the last 8 years. But towards the end of the stretch, the leaders of CD Projekt Red, the head leaders decided, and the board decided to push it out without giving it more time because they did not want to delay it anymore. That's what basically he was saying in the video. And I'll leave a link to the actual video in the description box below for you guys to check out for yourselves. Now I know you're asking, well, do you believe in Dmac? Yes. And this is what I'm going to tell you why. I think we should give CD Projekt Red a chance to earn our trust back. Because as I said before in the last video, CD Projekt Red fell from grace. I'll also link that in the description box below if you guys check out as well, if you haven't checked out that video. I know that they made a huge mistake on the launch of Cyberpunk 2077. And a lot of people are upset because of how broken the game was at launch. And a lot of bugs, and a lot of people could not play it on the base PlayStation 4. Some people had problems playing it on PlayStation 4 Pro. Then you have people having problems on the base Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and the Xbox One X. Now, for the next-gen consoles, the series consoles, it was able to play, but it had its issues. Just like on the PlayStation 5, it had its issues, but it was still playable. And I think that a lot of people do not have these next-gen consoles because it's so limited right now. I mean, all of the last year, people had a hard time finding it. And it's just the beginning of the year, and they're still having a hard time finding these consoles. Now, I was lucky to find the consoles I got by buying bundles, but not everyone has these consoles in their homes. So, majority of the population that bought this game bought it for the base PlayStation 4, the PlayStation 4 Pro, the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, and the Xbox One X. And these games was not optimized right to play on these consoles. And CD Projekt Red had a lot to answer for. And I don't blame the consumers in the community feeling like this was a ripoff. Now, do I feel like we should give them a chance? Yes. And here's why. As I said before, they have always did right by their consumers. They've always made games that were epic, fun, and had a lot of replayability. Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time for the PlayStation 4. And I'm planning on playing it again on my PlayStation 5. And probably on my Xbox as well. And it's a phenomenal game. A lot of free DLC, and then they add some expansion packs that made the game so much more fun and so much to do in that game. And Cyberpunk 2077 seems like the same thing's gonna happen with this game. And I think that we should give them a chance to prove themselves. We need to wait for the patches 1.1 and 1.2. We need to see how the DLC is gonna how the DLC is gonna unfold, and is it gonna be good? And we're gonna see if they're gonna deliver on the next gen upgrades for the consumers. Now, if they do all that, I think that we can start to trust them again. In my opinion, no, I'm not a fanboy of CD Projekt Red, but I do like a lot of their games, and I feel that everyone is human. Everyone makes mistakes. This pandemic has caused a lot of things to happen in the gaming industry, some good, some bad, and I feel that they earn a chance to redeem themselves. And I really believe that CD Projekt Red is going to work hard this year to redeem themselves and make a great game for us to play. And don't get me wrong, I know that we are tired of developers and publishers releasing games that are unfinished and finishing them later after they're out there in the market. And it's very frustrating. We had to deal with that in 2019, 2020, and we don't want to see that in 2021. And all these lawsuits that's happening with CD Projekt Red, they had no other choice but to come out explaining what happened. But I do appreciate that they're taking responsibility, the leadership taking responsibility for a lot what happened and not the people working under them that worked hard on this game. And as I said before, I feel like we could give them a chance to redeem themselves, and I think they're going to do well in 2021. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Are you excited about it? Are you excited about the update patches? Are you excited about the free DLC and what's going to be going forward in the future? Are you too upset to even repurchase the game? Do you even care anymore? I'd love to know all you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, thank you for staying to the video. Really appreciate you. Make sure you share, helps out as well. Make sure you hit the like button, helps out as well. And as always, remember, gaming is a lifestyle, not a hobby. Talk to you later.